Alright. Well, I wasn't necessarily planning on making too many videos on this stuff, on this topic. But yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to. Would you like to take a gander of my opinion? Pretty much. But yeah, no, saying that aside, hello everyone. Welcome to another video. It's me, Solid. But yeah, no. We're gonna take a look at some of the kind of like the 6-star summons. I already have my choices kind of picked out. And they're primarily not so much function based as they're kind of just my choices. We will be going over a couple of characters that are kind of good. Obviously, some of the ones that are kind of like among the best would be kind of I think I believe 8th anniversary Ichigo is really still pretty good. Uh, if just for his auto farming skills, is pretty good. The fact that he also heals is also really helpful. But there are obviously quite a few new units that I haven't necessarily tested out. However, from my experience, the ones that are kind of like amongst the best, I think would probably include, I believe it is Grimjow. This is, I think this is a Nat character. No, it's a special pressure character. So this is the, I think, last year's, or like a couple of years ago. No, it's not yet last year. So it's 2 years ago. This is the Christmas event Grimjow from 2 years ago, give or take. Yeah, this is 2023. I think Grimjow. I think this one is from. Yeah, but this is Christmas, 2023 Christmas Grimjow. I own him. I haven't necessarily tested him out. He's an acceptable link slot and he's pretty good with his strong attack damage. It's pretty good. I think the main thing he has for him is that he is a booster for your like overall team. If you have him in your party, if you have him with a group of other Grimjows, he's going to be really good on raid, on epic raid. So he's actually really good. But even pushing that aside, we also have the other anniversary unit, which I think is really good. Not so much because of her a killer, but because she's kind of like a more farmer kind of character. And she has really good like droplet like counts. It's like really high. Increased mine droplet by 50%, and then she also increases the mine droplet the base amount by 10. I don't think this is multiplied by this amount, but even if it's not, this is still a really good amount. If you have a whole party of Gachurus, she's going to do quite a bit of damage. Or not damage, but like... she's going to give you a lot of drops, essentially. But even as a link slot, she's going to be really good. I believe Ikaku of her, he's actually really good as well. I kind of max him out. He also has like a soldier damage from afflicted allies. He's really nice. He also has like dodge human damage, so if you're ever struggling in like a stage, he can be really good for that. He also has launch by default, so that's also really nice if you're trying to farm something or you're trying to just get through a stage. He is a farmer character, I guess, and I did not know that, but and again, there's a lot of options. Obviously, the better options are typically on the top. There's just a couple of the ones that I kind of know of off the top of my head. I think, for example, this is the maid outfit Momo. I think it's like I believe I actually own this one as well. Yeah. So she reads all of her illusion dodges. She also is not so much of a team booster, but she does provide some multi-barrier. Does she actually heal? She also does heal. So she's kind of like a healer. She reads all dodges, all dodge types. She is as well as she increases your mind link count by +10. So you can pair her up with whatchamacallit. She's also like a mind drop one. Yeah, so she's like a heart unit as well. So she kind of pairs up well with Yachiro. You could probably have her as the main slot and then have her on like the second slot. She is not necessarily the best, but she is probably going to be like where a lot of your damage comes from, if not already from the previous one. The thing that also helps as well is since this one is a Stern Ritter killer, she kind of has more utility overall since there's more Stern Ritters in the game. But yeah, no, overall, yeah, because there's quite a few ones here. I don't necessarily go all over them because there's quite a lot of them. a lot of the own ones, some of the ones that I kind of really think about, I think, for example, this is Ishin. Ishin's kind of like, I think, still like pretty decent support. And I have seen, you can, and he's still used to this day as kind of like a Brave Soul character. If you have him maxed out, you can probably clutch some fights with him, especially if you have an Rahim involved in that. It's not necessarily for the best, but he is an option if you have him maxed out as well. I wouldn't necessarily pull for him nor choose him because obviously there's like a lot of characters kind of are in PvP especially like they're kind of out of business at this point. I think some of the better ones are obviously characters that have also like crystal link slots, for example. He is also like a farmer character, but the primary function for him is his crystal jewel drop increase. Coin drop, there's like tons of them, so you out. If you check the coin drop characters, these are kind of like not the best one. There's, I think, not Sajin, but like the current best coin drop farmers, from my understanding, is probably still any of the 70% coin one, and this man right here. Ideally, you'd have two of these because he also does like increases that stuff pretty good. His base amount is 30% coin drop. I think my soul traits have finally reached high enough that I actually have 30% on him just by default on soul traits, not including that I also have like 231. I think for Meniness specifically. Let me double check. I don't think for Meniness I have that stuff that high. 233, so they're about the same. The base amount on both on Meniness specifically, it's 100% default. The overall percentage-wise on whatchamacallit, on Shojiro, or Yushiro, my god. Yushiro. Who's Shojiro? Shojiro. Sounds familiar. He is just pretty good. But again, I recommend these two, at least that's your link slot. If you already have like a 70% one, just focus on your Crystal team. Crystal overall hasn't really had much of a change at all, from my understanding. I will double check on that because again, some of the characters you can kind of drop and like you kind of ignore them. But as far as I know, like the Crystal increase team has always been about the same. Again, always check kind of like if you're not really interested in any of these characters, or you want to like have like the most meta build or like on certain things, look at soul traits. If they're above 20% damage reduction, or if they're like dodge or something, if that's something you're interested in, double check that. I think some of the best soul, not so much the soul trait as it is kind of like the skills themselves is what you should be looking for if you're looking for a good character. But if you're, again, my recommendation is you kind of search through here first. You kind of, let's see. Yeah, take for example, say I'm looking for a crystal character and I'm not sure which ones are good. I think the easiest thing to do is kind of look at skill, crystal drop, look set, confirm, and again, all of these ones count. Yushiro is pretty good. He is also like a crystal character. He's like an overall farmer, but his main thing is coin for me. Because technically speaking, his overall coin drop rate is 100%. Technically speaking, so he's got the same amount of drop rate that Meniness does. However, Meniness by default has more because it's not part of her soul trait. So she actually has a little bit more usability than him. He's not bad though. It's kind of like a side unit. He also recovers stamina for the entire party. He works kind of like a second slot, so you can just have him in your party and he heals your entire party, which is pretty good. But again, these are some of the best farmers in the game, at least easiest to get. This is the full bring Ichigo from like a while ago. If you have him, you can actually upgrade him to give you some crystal drop rate. It's actually not by default that he has this. He got like basically a kit meant for coin drop and farming. But again, these are all the options for coin drops. If we actually took a look over in the actual selection one, for example, right? Again, you don't necessarily have to do this, but like the simplest option for that is to kind of look around for that and then double check if there's some that are there. Two of these options are here. We have I can't remember what his name is. Yeah, Tesla. He is a mind droplet. He's the mind droplet guy I was talking about. He has coin drop, a crystal jewel drop, a mind link slot increase, and mind drop. Again, another farming character, which is really good for that. He also has, as a soul trait, has mind droplet count increase, so it's really nice. But setting that aside, again, that's kind of like the best method. The characters that I've kind of chosen are mostly kind of like waifus for me personally, as well as just kind of characters that I don't own. Some people might actually choose, like, for example, I have this Urahime as a 5-star character. The biggest thing to kind of double check if you're kind of unsure about some of them is to go to your 5-star roster and ideally double check, because I nearly actually selected 3 characters that I had accidentally, that I had already. Let me kind of show you, for example. So if we go here, we're gonna go 5-star. We're gonna go status, badge, cancel. Again, all these ones are the characters that I do not currently have maxed out, but I almost selected Soifon and Yurichi. That is like the tag team. I nearly selected the whatchamacallit, the Christmas Nelio. She was part of the roster with I believe she is kind of pretty like okay. I think she's like a Nat character. I think she's meant for Guild Quest, I believe. But she's also not necessarily like the best. We even have him as well, which I have maxed out. I actually have her maxed out. I think I'm supposed to max this one out as well, but I don't have her. Again, part of me, like, if you're kind of using older units, my recommendation is, unless you're going to actually use them, I think I'd honestly recommend for you to keep at least a copy. Like, if you have a dupe of one, keep a copy around. Because that's actually saved me quite a bit, especially in the current events. Right, let me show you, actually. Yeah, so in the current event, we have rate up for these characters, and again, I only have these 2, but since I have 2 copies of each, one is a 5-star and one is a 6-star, I can actually get the full point bonus, which is really nice. Which means I actually don't have to summon on these ones, especially if I just want the points. It is really nice. I only get like a little bit more of this one, but it's not the worst thing. Yeah, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you get one by default, so I have a total of 3. So I might have actually screwed one up at one point. Let me double check, because I think. So let's double check. Soul Reaper. Okay, that's going to be a little more difficult, but yeah, we have Yumishika here. Again, I believe I probably have him twice. I could probably check in here via augment. But again, it is not recommended if you're kind of, unless you're just using him as a link, it is not recommended to actually kind of use him as a bonus. That is one of those things kind of I learned over time, that it's better for me to keep at least like a 6-star and maybe like an augment unless I'm really going to use them. That's why personally I'm still hesitant. For example, I have what's her name, Red Stew. I'm still hesitant to even use her like secondary special up, because as nice as she's of a unit, she was only usable in one endeavor, and if I can use her like down the line later, she's like, again, she's really good. I still can get the extra copy of her from the other event. Yeah, I think I still have the ticket selector. Yeah, wait, nice. I have this one right here. Just so I can select another one if I really wanted to. Again, I own one 5-star of this one, and then I own the 6-star, and then I own, again, all of these ones are 6 stars at least. If I were to select another one, it would be kind of, I think, hurt, honestly. But that's where I'm kind of still struggling with some of that stuff. Yeah, again, so like that's kind of like how my selection process goes. If you have it, don't pick it. if you have a 5-star, ideally upgrade all your 5-stars before this, because it will prevent you from accidentally choosing something you already have. I already vouched for most of these ones. I don't think I own any of these ones as well, so I believe we're probably fine. But even then, again, it's 1 in 10. So out of the ones you selected, you then get one randomly from this one. So it's kind of obviously a bit of a gamble. Ideally, I want a waifu, so that's kind of why I have most of the waifus in here. Because most of the things I really don't need. I selected White because he actually would be really good for like fast farming stuff, because he actually has the increased mind attribute character movement speed, which would be really, really good. It also helps if he's actually really good. He also has status immunity to pressure, which is really good as an effect. He also has complete status immunity. Well, complete is kind of like hard to say nowadays. He also does have dual soul kill. He also has dual killer as well, so that it helps out a lot. But setting that aside, this is kind of what we have in here again. From my personal advice to you, check if you need any characters to like farm crystal. That is honestly like the hardest stuff to kind of farm in the game. You overall will not really need it over time, since like especially all the crystals, so it may not be even necessary for you to have. But if you are also looking for kind of like a coin farmer, we also have this character, which is Rengiku. She was actually one of the characters I originally wanted. I've been on here for quite a while. She does also provide, again, a bunch of other stuff, but my primary concern for her originally was the coin drop, which would be kind of nice. She does also have Pierce Iron Skin and Guard Break, which is one of the primary things. If you really are only looking for like usable characters, make sure that they have Guard Break and Pierce Iron Skin, because they will help you like over time, especially since those things kind of get like really like obnoxious in kind of battle. But yeah, no, here, right here. Like for example, I have him only once. If I had him again, I would actually increase the amount of stuff I can actually get from this. But again, having him as a 5-star and a 6-star is not necessarily the worst option. But it is, again, my recommendation is for at least if you're trying to get like the most you can out of like the characters, like to really use them like in like a proper like an event or something. Use them. Use your dupes. I'm not telling you to not use them. Again, that's my opinion. It actually came finally handy, like as of one of the most recent events. So it took a while for me to even be able to use it, but it came so handy after getting like that stuff that I think it definitely is worth mentioning as well. But again, make sure like my recommendation is ideally have a 5-star copy and a 6-star copy of a character, just in case you have like that can happen to you. So you kind of can farm events a little bit longer. But setting that aside, again, since it's always a bit of a gamble, make sure you're happy with choices. And like, yeah, just kind of what I kind of came upon. Another good option would be this one. Yeah, this is kind of the one I have currently. She's almost max, so she's done pretty good. She has like really good skills. She has guard break and hit hidden enemies. I think she doesn't actually have iron break pierce iron skin. So it's not necessarily like the best of the best, but she will at least guard break, which is really good. Again, there's like some of the best options are always on the top. Keep that in mind. Like the more you scroll down, the worse it gets because they're older units, obviously. But yeah, no. If you are missing some of the older units, you can also go with that, especially with some of the rarer characters. It is up to you, my friend. But I'm setting that aside. Hopefully this was informative. If anything, I'm just gonna summon in what I want. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is your choice. If you're gonna go for waifu, summon for waifu, hopefully you get something good. And yeah, no. Well, thanks for watching, and there we go. It is a guaranteed 6-star, so do not worry about this. This is just part of the. I got Christmas Nano. That's not bad. So I actually have not checked on her at all. She might have a resurrection. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna check her out right here. So strong attack, recharge timer. That's fine. That's that. she's a medic, so I think she definitely has a resurrection, especially with how old this unit is. We're gonna check her out. Again, some of the characters may also, if you're really looking to just kind of get like a sixer specifically, some of the best options to do is also check if they have a resurrection, which is kind of why I was going to do this, right? So we're going to check 6-star. I think, yes, it's Soul Reaper. 6-star Nano. Organized by character. See, oh, number. Alright. She should be right here. And with any luck, there you go, resurrectable. Yeah, with any luck, you can also do that as well. Again, some of the older units have also that. So if you're really that desperate and you want to use like an older unit, double check that they have a resurrection, because that may also impact whether you can get more stuff or not. But let's kind of do that real quick. Be right back. All right, and with that, we're done. Alright, let's actually check out what she does now. We're actually going to max her up. Just to kind of showcase that most characters, even if they're old, they do have some semblance of utility. If anything, after being resurrected, they do have a little bit of... not so much extra stats as it is just extra stuff and things. That, we have most of the skills unlocked again. Oh, look at that! That's actually a bit of a good thing, actually. So look, with that, we actually kind of understand that this one actually has really good, setting aside the kind of like the skills on that, one of the most useful things that she has herself is that she actually increases the team's movement speed, which is really nice if you kind of look at kind of clear stage really fast. This would also help by itself. It will just help you with like clearing stuff faster, obviously. I think like one of the best case scenarios for this would be kind of using like a mine team for this. Let's see if I have one of these here. Yeah, right here. So this is kind of one of my droplet teams, I think. I think this is my Kakuya heart droplet team. So this is not so much a mine team, but in the case if you were to use kind of like a mine team, right? That's something else. That's something else. Cross up this one out. It's kind of for my solo teams, but yeah. Yeah, if I take, for example, if you have like a really fast clear, maybe like you have like a 6-star, let's see, maybe you use like Unohana, or hell, if you have white, you would probably put white, then you would also add her into the roster. Let's see. They would add her and then white. And you'd have a really fast skillary team. That's kind of an example that could happen. Obviously, these are not always like the safety scenarios. You can always, there's always like a ways to find usability. But the next thing we can actually look at, like as well, for obvious reasons, is like their links. So string attack recharge, and you also recover stamina between quests, which is really nice. This is kind of like a side unit. This is really good as a link slot as well. Especially if you're kind of don't want to heal. Most of my characters that I currently own probably have healing on their kit one way or another. I think she has like a default heal on her EX, so that's not like the biggest deal. And even if she doesn't heal, she has really good damage anyway, and she also has lunge stride. You know, that's kind of extra bonus stuff. She herself is actually meant for guild quests, so her stuff is not going to do quite as good as some other stuff, but she is really good. Even regardless if she's not a guild quest or not, but she is a really good character overall. But setting that aside, because this is not actually in a banner, let's actually judge her, the character I did actually get. So overall, her SP is actually not bad actually for a kind of like an older unit. That's actually not that bad at all. She is a special pressure character. She has strong attack recharge time, which is really nice. Again, this kind of drops off of all if you're not really using it as a link slot, but on her own, if you're using her like as like herself, she'd actually be really fast. I think like the best thing to do for her would be to kind of have her as like a secondary character. Probably alongside White would probably be like the most optimal. I actually didn't even think about her. But yeah, let's actually check out other stuff actually, because there might be characters that increase that as well. I think that's typically part of their kits on some movement speed. So we're gonna go to skill. Yeah, increase movement speed, increase movement speed. Yeah. Increase movement based on attributes. Oh, another example. Yumichika. Really good. Ironically, there's actually only 2 characters that increase movement speed, so that's actually a really big win for me, especially for that one. There's only 2 characters for mine, so this is actually going to be if I ever get white again. I believe you can get them tickets as well. But if I ever get white, you would actually have some of the fastest clearing teams in the game, or one of the fastest clearing teams in the game. I believe they stack because this is team based, right? Yeah. So if you actually add her and then white, and then it really doesn't matter if you don't if you don't like if you don't like white as a character. What the fuck? Now I think her SP is higher because of her because of my attribute tree. That's really insane. It should be much lower. What? It's not. What the hell? Why is her SP higher than? What the fuck? Well, that's news to me. She has higher SP than white does. What the fuck? By like 2 points, which is not a lot, but it is enough. That's crazy. That is insane, actually. Doesn't really mean much because his skills are typically better. He also does have spiritual ailment or spiritual pressure ailment boost, which would probably help him out a lot more than whatever she has skill-wise. He is again one of the best mind characters in the game. Well, yeah, I think to me personally, some of the better ones is to this day. And I guess in my probably like one of the worst opinions to have really is I still think Menina is probably like one of the best characters in game period. Mostly because of her kit, her status immunity, the fact that she has Quincy Killer, she's kind of like a singular kind of thing. She's not sort of the best of the best, but she has Guard Break, Fierce Iron Skin. But setting that aside and bragging about my Menina yet again. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, again, there's like multiple characters that have like different options. Other ones are really good. I think Orhimus looks like really nice. But that's kind of about that for summoning. We might actually do a couple more summons just because. I don't think I'm going to summon on this one. I consider summoning on this one, but I'm not sure. I can't remember if these are kind of like mirror units or not, but I also wasn't planning on summoning some of these ones. Like all the banish that they kind of drop from me haven't really been up to my happiness. This New Year's Bail summon, I think, yeah, the New Year's special summons is not that bad, but I definitely think it could have had better stuff. Especially since this is just 6% rate, obviously. There's really never been like 3% banners in this game, so I don't know why they're kind of really like seeing from 3% to 6%. I think if you compare it to like obviously the standard or the theme summons, obviously you're gonna have like 6%, which is like better rates. But most people don't even summon on this one, so I'm not entirely sure what's up with that one. We do have a couple of summons as well, so we're gonna do a couple of these ones, maybe like 100 on this one. Let's see. Well, it's actually because again, I didn't necessarily think this banner was bad. I just wasn't for me. Again, he is like a very good character, and he's an obnoxiously good, especially if he hits poison, like he procs poison effect. It'll be a little bit more obnoxious than you can imagine. I think the Brave selection kind of summons it kind of. Let's see what this one has. Not the draw rate, but let's see. Okay. So we have available 5 stars, and then once guaranteed at the 5th step. 5th and 25th, 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, and 25th. Which is fine. Yeah, New Year's 2023 version. I think these are kind of like New Year's characters. That's not it. Show me the list. Oh, it's only those 5 characters, so Lunar New Year. So these are kind of like New Year's characters only. That's okay. I mean, I own every single one of these. I really don't have to summon in any of these ones, so that's kind of funny as hell. That's kind of good to know, though. Fully leveled. Okay. I have most characters full level, pretty much. Yeah, I'm literally not missing any of these ones. So I really, really, really do not even have to summon on this man at all. So this is kind of like a waste of stuff. Yeah, I think I got her like ages ago. So literally worthless banner for me. Unveil summons, we can actually check that out in a second. So let's see. Again, some like again older units. I have Bambietta. I still would like to get Bambietta like maxed out. I'm still missing only one dupe. Should be really, really, really strong after that one dupe. Let's see. Obviously, fully level, fully owned. I still don't own Pincher and Nemu. 1,000-year Blood War version. These are kind of older units, I think, so it's not necessarily like the biggest deal. So I can really kind of ignore that. These are kind of older units. Sajin, 5-star. I can ignore that. Mostly ignore. It includes quite a few different characters. Again, this is kind of like one of the like roster that has like includes everything pretty much, which is not bad, but it is a bit obnoxious because you have a chance of getting like really fucked. Like the roster is really big for its own sake. Let's see. I don't think it actually shows you, especially if it has the amount of characters. Yeah, these are the featured characters, and you have a chance of getting like absolutely detrimental. What are the chances of the featured versus the non-featured characters? Yeah, the draw rate for featured characters is 4.5%, and then for all the other characters is 1.5%. So this, this is not even a 6% banner. This is a 4.5% banner on like the other stuff. You also have like a 1.5% chance of getting kind of absolutely screwed. I guess if you're kind of like not necessarily like so much of a collector, but somebody that just wants to spend some on perhaps getting the characters, not the worst. It does actually have a big pull. If you're kind of like a new player, it may not be like the worst thing. So you can basically keep on summoning if you keep getting lucky, kind of thing. But this is not necessarily for the best. And then the can't remember what the hell was for this. This is ASF YWY. I can't remember what the actual title for that was, but I think it's under. Yeah, it's under like stories. It's part of the. Maybe no, I think it's part of the sub stories, side stories. I think. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I can't. No, it's not part of like King for Your Own World kind of thing. I might be, but I believe they're part of the. They're essentially kind of like the new resurrection stuff. Like I think they're considered on the resurrection second on the top kind of stuff. At least, that's kind of where they're like going for. I think is what I believe that was what was up with that. But yeah, no. Overall, kind of like the banners have been like not interested. They kind of look very old school. I don't necessarily am looking for these. These are probably good units anyway. Because I did hear some mention some and stuff, but I wouldn't recommend summoning on this unless you like these two. Again, these they might actually be new units, but they look old, which feels a little bit rough. It's not necessarily the most end all be all, but it is a little bit disappointing on these ones. Yeah, I think on the 31st when they're gonna release like the new like proper set of banners. This one's gonna last quite a while, so if you are interested, again, this one's gonna last for quite a while. This one's until the 13th. So this is going to last for quite a little bit. 31st, 30th, 30th. I didn't come in talking about the other ones because I just wasn't interested. Oh! So this doesn't actually have a limit, the Brave Battle Selection banner. So this is pretty bad, actually. Not because of the characters it has, but because it has such old characters at this point that some of them may be useful if you max them out, but this is kind of like a bait banner. Especially if it has like standard rates, 3% rate. That's 5% rates. That's not bad. That's not bad, but again, since it doesn't actually have any guarantees, this also doesn't help. I think it's also 5%. Right? We have This is obviously like a Ichigo only banner. Like you're bound to get some Ichigo, but not necessarily the best. But yeah, setting that aside, let's actually summon a little bit more. Because I know I've been talking a little bit of shit about some of these ones, but again, don't mean to like shit on them so much. It's just that most of these ones are kind of like baits, as always. We're kind of heading into like the New Year's. We might get like a Valentine's Day unit that's really good looking. I'm not really interested in summoning quite yet, obviously, for multiple reasons. Because again, I'm looking for like the counter for Ashen. Because at this point, Orihime is not necessarily popping off unless I kind of want to max out, try and like invest on this one. And again, the banner's kind of bad to me personally. But setting that aside, let's see. This. And I think we're going to do like a 100 Brave Summons. And we're going to do the... Oh! I think I own him. I do. Oh, character that I already own. Yes. Especially with my luck, that doesn't really help. But trying to see if I can get another character, basically. Oh! That's, yeah, that's like a academy character. Can't remember what the hell they call them specifically. Yeah, but I don't know, that's actually pretty good. I think they have a specific name for this one. Hold on. I don't think he's necessarily good, but I think he does have resurrection. Yeah, sorry for Academy, Easter. He's there. He exists. He's like again one of the older characters. I believe he probably has resurrection. Oh, no, he does not. Do you know why? Any character that is considered a harming unit will never get a resurrection. It has been the same shit over time, and it does bother me a little bit. Because those are the only characters that are actually never bound to get a character like that. This is kind of annoying. Try some of these special Brave Summon tickets. I've been kind of holding on to some of them a bit. Ooh, okay. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Oh, Valentine's unit. Okay. Oh, your reach is pretty good. I don't own her at all, so that's really good. Again, I think this one has like the chance of getting like any character pretty much. I've gotten really decent pulls from these ones, which is kind of surprising to me. Oh my god, it happened twice. I can't believe it. I wasn't gonna say anything to see, but oh, I think I own him. I own him. Oh, I got no. I thought I got two now. No, I own this. I own that guy like so many times. That is kind of disappointing as hell. Let me see how many times, because I've seen that guy, like, I've seen that Renji, like, so much. Like, I swear I've seen that Renji so much. Let me double check, because I swear I could probably, like, max him out if I really wanted to. The Guild Quest, that character, he doesn't even have a resurrection, so he's, like, relatively new. Like, I think he's from last year's New Year's event. Oh, I do have him twice, which is kind of crazy. And I got him from 2 different banners, by the way. That's insane. Alright, setting that aside, let's see. We're gonna go like a full 100 on this one. Alright. Let's see if we get anything. Do you typically get like anywhere from like 3 to 4, maybe to like 6, upwards of 6 for that amount? Obviously. Oh, that's yeah, that's Konami. I think I had to have him once at least. No fucking way. There is no goddamn way I only got one. It's a new character, granted, but holy shit. Really? That's insanity. Nah, we're doing another one. Nah, screw that. I've never gotten one. There's no goddamn way. Oh, I think I have his number. I think. Yeah, see, two. Two. Guilty boost. Jackie. Oh, that's a new character. I definitely own him. We're 5 now. We're 5, guys. That sounds crazy. Oh. Yeah, 3 of them are new. 2 of them are old characters that I already own, or are in my pocket somewhere. Again, obviously, new characters. I don't necessarily mind this. I got 5. This is fine. This is completely fine to me. I have no idea how I only got 1. That was insanity to me. I have never got only 1. Now the annoying part is kind of having to level up this guy's but that's for later. That's for later me to worry about. Hopefully this was enjoyable at least, and I actually did get. This is actually a new moment. I thought I had her, I didn't. Jack is also kind of new to me. I don't think I actually own a singular Jackie. You know, I guess this one counts. Technically, see. But yeah, no, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. As kind of chaotic as it was, again, I don't want to turn these into like the biggest deal. It's just me talking about like the summon system, like the summons. And also want to mention, with the amount of summons they're kind of dropping, I definitely think you shouldn't get overwhelmed. Currently, these banners are not necessarily like the greatest. Again, if you're missing like a character out, the biggest thing you have to go is kind of look into their stats. And my character might be really good, but I believe it probably might be better. Yeah, I think he's just kind of like not bad. The damage reduction 16% in this is the best. Some of them probably have better, but these are again. I think these might be like older versions of characters. No, strong attack damage 35%. No, I think these are actually like, because these are definitely newer. Yeah, because the 8 is status on fish. These are newer, but I don't have much hope on these ones. They probably might not be bad. I personally don't really care for these ones, so I'm kind of been ignoring it. Obviously, these might not be the worst. Again, there's always like other stuff. But again, setting that aside. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, it wasn't too ranty. But let me know what your thoughts are. Have you summoned on the banners recently? Did you summon on the previous summons which I can't remember what they called it. But I know it's like part of the 1,000. Did you summon the previous 1,000-year Blood War summons? Let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully it was lucky. Hopefully you got Ashen. If you didn't, well, there's always right now. Honestly, you have until the 30th if you want to try and get them. Again, it's just obviously not for the best. I typically don't really leave videos like this to last. I don't typically make Bleach Brave Souls summons videos until I'm actually kind of interested in something. So again. So sorry if I'm like haven't really been kind of making much commentary on these ones. Again, I always ends up with like, hey, this could be bad, hey, this could be good. I generally don't care about this character so much, so I kind of ignore them. I personally like. I'm not gonna lie, the Needle Lady I just was not feeling it this time around. So again, everything is F2 if you want to summon. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below. Have a good one and stay soft. Bye bye.